What's really good, folks, is KTerra901 with ABLZ Gaming, and I'm here to give you guys a more in-depth overview of the game Apex Legends. If you didn't watch our first look video, we gave the game a 9.5, in which we stand by. Even after playing much more since that video was recorded, we have way more information and we have way more proof that the game is indeed a 9.5 out of 10. So let's get right into this overview, in which we will discuss all of the different reasons why this game is a 9.5 and kind of explain how the gameplay works. First off, Apex Legends released on February 5th. It's been out for 11 days now. And what's so crazy about it is they didn't drop any promo, they didn't do anything, they didn't tell us until it was like a day, 2 days before that, oh, Titanfall has a Battle Royale coming out. Now, I said previously that if there was a game to come up and sneak up to take over, it would be Titanfall 2, because it's such an amazing game. It's probably one of the best shooters available right now. It just kind of swept under the rug because it's pretty old now. It came out in 2016, but that doesn't take away from how great the game is. And the fact that they came out with Apex Legends separate from the actual Titanfall 2 is really interesting. I do feel like we're going to get Titans because of this, but as of right now, it's a standalone game and it does really well on its own. Like, a lot of people have left the other Battle Royales to play Apex hardcore. So check your friends list on PS4, check your friends list on Xbox, check your friend list on your Origin. They're probably playing Apex right now. The first thing I would like to bring up is the characters. Characters are very important because unlike the other Battle Royales, in this game you actually can select a different character that does different things. In this game you have 2 abilities. You have your main ability, well, 3 abilities. You have a passive ability, you have your main ability, and you have an ultimate ability. We will give you guys a character overview and a specific, very in detail per character review. But for the sake of this video, as an overall overview, we have 8 characters and they all range from all different kinds of things. The characters actually have different classes. So you have your recon, you have your healer, you have your assault, and you have like your specialist character, and all of them do different things. We do expect for new characters to come out in the future. This is a great way to expand on the video game and allow different kinds of gameplay and team play. Currently, you could say there would be a meta, but there really isn't a meta because of how balanced they've made these characters and their abilities. As you can see, we just showed you guys a couple clips of some abilities to show you guys. Like I said, I'm gonna go in more in depth later, but the character system is really nice. You can actually customize your character, change their clothes, make them look different. You can change what they say when you get a kill in their intro. You can change how their banner looks. Now, when you play with one character, your stats from that character do not share with other characters. It's very beneficial to find somebody that you like and practice and practice and practice and get better and play with that one character. However, we recommend that you actually have at least 2 people that you play, just in case somebody selects your character. It's not going to be often where somebody selects both of your characters, so at the maximum 3. But make sure that you practice with multiple characters first before you start getting really serious about the game. That way you know what you like to play, and your team can either build around you or you can build around your team. Also, playing with one character can be very beneficial and more rewarding because you will be unafraid to invest, and it will be more worth it to invest in that one character versus spreading your currency through multiple characters. Because when you buy something like an item, no matter what rarity it is, common, rare, epic, or legendary, those things are specific for those characters. So let's talk about currency. You have 3 forms of currency in this game. You have crafting materials, which you get from the Apex boxes from leveling up. Legend tokens are available when you level up with the box, not inside the box. And you use those in the store to purchase the, I guess, like the leveled up versions of whatever you could buy with Apex coins, which is the currency that you can buy with your own money to unlock various amount of cosmetics and stuff like that. Those are your different currencies. I suggest that you use them wisely and use them in ways in which that you will be able to appreciate them. So with that being said, another way that you can use your currency is to edit your banner. Banners are very important in this game because that's what this game is kind of focused around. You can tell every time you see Apex, like the logo, you'll see the Apex logo on a banner or a set of 3 banners. That is very important for this game. This is the way to identify who you are and what you can do and what you are capable of. This is how you show your presence on the battlefield, because on the map there are these banners everywhere. These banners get displayed for you once you win a game, right before the game. If you win a game and you join into a new match, you have a chance to become the champion of that match, where everybody gets to see your banner and your team's banner from the last winning game. Also, if you're in a game and you get what is called the kill leader, your banner is shown throughout the map, which the banners are shown in the buildings, outside the buildings, big, small, they're everywhere. You can't miss them. It's an amazing part of the game, and you definitely want to customize your banner to be specific to your liking, so that when people see you, hey, they know who you are. They definitely know who I am. This is my banner right here. So that being said, there are different things that you can buy to change how your banner looks. You can change the frame, you can change your pose, which they have some really nice poses that, you know, where your character move around and things like that. They have badges, which are basically achievements, in which like you can win 2 games in a row and get a badge, you know, things like that. And they also have trackers. Trackers show, you know, how many kills you got or something like that. And you can select what's there. Like, you don't have to go by any specific preset. You can buy them and select them, or you can get them out the Apex boxes and boom. So that is the banner system, the currency system, and character customization. Let's get into the gameplay of the game. Okay, now overview for the gameplay. There's a lot to cover right here. So first off, let's talk about how the game starts. So when you actually launch into a game, the game actually puts you into a character selection screen in which all 3 of your teammates have to select characters. This is why I say you need to be playing multiple characters, because you never know if you're going to be first, second, or third. You need to be able to be prepared to play something you're comfortable with, that in case somebody else takes that character. Now, the third player is usually the jump master. What is jump master, KT? What the hell is a jump master? The jump master is basically the leader of and in control of where your squad goes. In Apex Legends, unlike other battle royales, you jump in as a formation, and you go in the formation to wherever the jump master wants you to go. Now, there is an option to hold a button to break off of that formation, but often you don't want to do that. This is a great thing about this game, because a lot of the times in the other games you can't control where people go, and people like to be hard-headed in other battle royales, and this kind of helps that. People can still be hard-headed, but it's way less likely that you'll run into a situation like that where somebody would fall and die and cause your team to be a handicap from the beginning of the game. So jump master is really cool. It varies. You can actually send it to somebody else if you don't want it. You know, you don't want that kind of responsibility. So boom, that's cool. The map is really nice. The graphics are really dope. Directly from Titanfall 2, is very smooth. It's not too cartoony. It's not too realistic. It's its own universe. It's its own thing. It's very smooth. The gunfire, everything, the movement is smooth, which is a good thing to talk about next. Mobility. Mobility is through the roof in this game. In Titanfall 2, mobility was also through the roof. So there is no wall running like in Titanfall 2. However, there is what I call parkour, where you can climb up anything. Usually you walk up to the wall, you press A, and if you can climb over it, you can. If you can't, you can't. But in this one, you can run up to the wall and hold the jump button, and you'll actually climb up and then boost yourself for an extra jump. That is very important, and that creates a different style of gameplay that allows you to explore just about any part of the map you can get to just about. Now, I haven't seen people like jump super far up, and obviously if you go too far out of the zone or too far in altitude, you will be, booted after like 30 seconds. But, it is still great to just know that you can climb up to places and get out of places, create advantages for your team. Mobility is very high. In this game, you can slide as well, just like in Titanfall 2. and it's a more enhanced slide, because if you slide down a hill, you will continue to slide, and just like in Titanfall 2, you can turn and shoot and aim and all of that while you're sliding. Some characters have extra mobility, and there are things like zip lines throughout the map that can help you, as well as balloons in which that you can go all the way up the zip line and start flying again into wherever direction that you want to go. It's very useful. We use it a lot as a team. Speaking of team play, the communication in this game is through the roof. The dialogue that's in the game, each character speaks and talks when they do something.
Sending out my decoy. Rings close. Reloading. Enemy down. Just relax. I got everything under control.
There's so much dialogue in the game that you don't really need a mic to play this game efficiently. Anybody can just kind of pick it up and play using what's available. And the controls are very simple. So once you get it, you kind of got it. You know, it's just up to you to be aware and pay attention. That said, the ping system is amazing, and it creates a very unique form of combat in which your team can engage and disengage in combat very smoothly and very naturally. That's the most important. It's super natural. Your inventory is very, very unique in this game. You can actually ping your inventory and tell your teammates what you need, but your bag size increases a lot actually. You can grab bags to increase your inventory size. You can have throwables, you can have healing stuff, you can have attachments. And in this game, if you have a gun and your gun can, and the attachment can go on your gun, it's gonna automatically attach whatever it is. And if it's a higher quality than what you already have, you're gonna once you press X, it's not gonna just go into your inventory and you have to manually attach it. It's gonna attach itself, which is really good because it allows a very smooth and natural gameplay. You don't have to sit there and be concerned about your inventory being utilized the right way. So now in this game, obviously you have your armor, which in this game armor works a little bit different. You pick up the armor pieces, your helmet and your chest, which can be level 1, level 2, level 3, or level 4, and I think it's only 3 levels, but you can actually put that armor on and recharge that armor, and because it has its own shield bar, and you have a health bar in which you can heal as well. The ammo is all color coordinated for whichever kind of gun, which is heavy, light, energy, and shotguns. Once you are ready, you got everything that you need. The only thing that you need to know how to do is play your character, use your abilities, and kill the enemy. Now, when you kill an enemy, you down the enemy, and there are items in this game called knockdown shields, which is very new, in which if you're knocked down, you can actually use a shield to block incoming damage for a certain amount of time. Now, you can find those also level 1, level 2, and level 3, in which the highest level can resurrect you, but I wouldn't depend on that too much because it takes so long. It's like 30 seconds just to bring yourself back using the gold knockdown shield. But it is in the game and it's really dope. Now, if you do kill somebody, you have to, knock them down. You have to actually go and kill them. I don't recommend you finishing other people off if they have teammates there, because it's almost like they have a whole other health bar. But if you do manage to kill somebody, you can loot their box. But if somebody kills you or your teammate, you leave behind a banner. Whether it's you or your teammate, whoever dies leaves behind their banner, and the teammates that are still living are able to come and pick your banner up and take it to what is called the respawn beacon. This is brand new. A lot of people don't like it. Some people do like it. I really love it, because it's very fair. This game is very balanced. It's super duper fair. So the respawn beacon you have to travel to is like 9 of them on the map. I don't know exactly how many, is a bunch. You have to get to them. So imagine, first, if your teammate dies, you have to get to your teammate. Then you have to hope you don't die, and you have to pick up the banner, and you have to get to the respawn beacon without dying. But if you do happen to get to the respawn beacon, which we are really good at, you can bring your teammate back. However, your teammate, when he jumps off the dropship, has nothing. They have no gear. You have to be ready to help your teammate drop your gear. Give whatever you need so that they can jump right back into combat with you guys and be ready to go. Now, Apex is an amazing game. The gameplay is very unique. The combat is very dynamic. There are so many different dynamics of combat that make the game super fun. Overall, like we said, we give it a 9.5 out of 10. We've covered everything from the interface, the character selection, all the way down to the combat system. But now, last but not least, we're going to talk about winning. So, in this game, obviously you have the circle, the ring. So within the circle, you're safe. Right outside of the circle, you're not safe. Outside of the ring, you will take damage. The rings go by stages up to maybe stage 5 or 6, in which each stage you will take more damage from being outside of the ring. So if you take a damage tick, the next damage tick is going to take more damage than the one before. That being said, you have to be careful about how you play the ring and how you play in and outside of it, because there will be times where you have to play outside of it. But if you get down to the smaller amount of squads, which is shown in the top right hand corner, then guess what, bro? You will win the game. In order to win the game, you have to actually be the last squad standing, and you will become the champion. Becoming the champion is very rewarding, and it is a very good feat given how smooth the game is. It feels very great because your character is personalized to you. And we appreciate you for watching this KT Era 901 with ABLZ Gaming. And yeah.